Okay, as I promised, we're going to talk about the interface right now. You were asking me some questions about how to do certain things, so I'll just show you real quick. I'm in space. This is sector space. Oops, put the area map on. So I'm in sector space. That's the M key for map. Chat box, obviously. Okay, this is your ship status. You'll have like your buffs and debuffs will be right above you here. These are your shields: front shield, left, right, back shield. If one shield's down and you need to power it up, you can just click these little arrows, or you can just click the middle and it will try to balance out all the shields. The difference between the two is this. Like, let's say you have 100 points on all sides. 100, 100, 100, 100. Okay, if this shield gets taken out and it's down to 0 and you just click this one, it'll just take as much power as it needs from any of these and put it into this one. If you click the balance button, it will take an equal amount from all 3 of these and apply it to this one. So it will lower the maximum overall of what they all are while boosting this one back up. This is the name of your ship, and this is your hull strength. I'm at 100%. As the hull takes damage, you will start to turn red, and if the whole thing turns red to 0%, you're dead. Kaboom. These are your weapons. If you hover over them, it will show you the firing arc. If I zoom it out a little bit, let me show you. We're looking right down on my ship. This is a front weapon, so notice how the arc is from here to here. These are rear weapons from here to here. So these cover the back, and the top row covers the front. These are for my hangar pets. If you have hangar pets, I do. You probably don't because you just started. You don't have a carrier. Mine's a Dreadnought carrier, so I can launch fighters. And this is my little pet window, kind of like a necromancer or a conjurer. These buttons above that window are like this one launches your pets, puts them in attack mode, puts them in this. It's just like the window in EverQuest. Attack my target. This will spawn the pet. You can spawn 3 at a time, but you can have 6 out at any given time. So you launch 3, then you gotta wait a few seconds. I think it's like 30 seconds for them to refresh. Launches 3 fighters, click it again, launches another 3 fighters. You can only have 6 out total. So there you go. And then you got attack mode, escort. This will defend your target. You can defend yourself, or if you have an ally, you can defend them. And this is intercept. All right. Intercept means your fighters will stay around you, and they will target other fighters and torpedoes. They'll protect you from that sort of stuff. This is recall because they can take damage, they can gain levels, and if they level up and they're taking damage and you don't want them to get destroyed, you can recall them and they will come back to you and dock and repair. Then you can send them right back out. Otherwise, if they do get destroyed, you can just launch more, but they'll be, level 1. Obviously, the higher level they are, the more effective they are. But the level does not carry over to other maps, I don't believe. These are your currently equipped bridge officers and the currently slotted skills that they give you. Science officer down here, engineering officer here, got a tactical officer here. This one is also a tactical officer, and this is also an engineer, but these are universal slots. All right, see this? The gold and yellow is engineering, blue is science, red is tactical, and this is universal. I can put either type into it. And these are their abilities that they have. I keep my bridge officer slots separate from my hotbar because I've got a bridge officer slot set aside for bridge officers. So why put them down here when I've already got them right here? You can also take these weapons and put them over here, but once again, same thing. They're right here. Why do I need to put them over here too? These are special abilities that your ship may or may not have. Mine's a command ship, so it's got the ability to increase my weapon system efficiency for myself and my allies. So if you're in a group with me, this will affect you too. Decreases weapon power, which leads us to the next section, which is power levels. All right, this is a little more advanced. Since you just started, you don't really need to worry about this stuff. Basically, you've got attack, defense, movement, balance. It changes the setting of your power levels. The basic overview of power levels is that this is your weapon system, this is your shield, this is your engine, this is your auxiliary power. The more power that's currently in a subsystem, the more effective that subsystem is. Like more power to weapons means your weapons do more damage. If it's set to 0 or 50, 50 is like the baseline. That's you're not doing any extra damage. You're not doing any less damage. So that's normal. But every time you fire like your phasers or whatnot, it uses weapons power, not your torpedoes, phaser beams and stuff. Torpedoes don't use your weapons power. So if you have, as you approach the maximum, which is I think 125. At 125 you do bonus damage, and actually as you approach 125 from 50 you do more damage per shot, and as you drop from 50 to 15, which is the minimum, you do less and less damage per shot. It's basically the same thing for all of them. Shields, they protect you from incoming damage. They resist certain damage types, and the higher your shield energy is, the more that resistance is. So 50 on the shields means your shields are they're operating about standard. If they're down to 15%, they're not blocking much at all. They're barely helping you. You got this here, your engines. That one's a little bit different because the more engine power you have, the faster you will be going at whatever throttle speed you have set. I mean, obviously, if you're set to 0 throttle, you're not moving at all, so it doesn't matter what your engine power is. But if you're at full throttle and you've got 50 engine power, you won't be moving as quickly as you would at full throttle with 125 engine power. Okay? And then auxiliary power, that affects things like I don't know, probably like this. Aston beam, like skills that do damage that don't actually use weapons. They use what your particle generator, exotic particle generator. There we go. Your exotic particle settings, and auxiliary battery helps that, and other stuff. And there's probably a better description of that somewhere in the game, and you might want to look that up because I didn't really do a very good job. The person that explained that to me didn't do a very good job explaining it to me. It was my brother, and he's one of those guys that knows everything even when he's clearly wrong. For example, you cannot fly a tactical ship if you're a science officer. Yes, you fucking can. This is a science officer. I have tactical ships in my thing. I can go back and get them if you want, but I don't think I need to. Anyhow, this is your mini-map. Up here is the current zone that you're in, the instance. Like I am in the something sector number 2. Now, if you were in that same sector but you were in a different instance of it, I can click on that bar and change instance. I don't really need to go over that though because we did that the other day together. So, yeah. If you have a current quest, it'll have an arrow pointing towards it. Depending on the quest, some quests don't do that. And here's like all the quests that you got. The power source, I need to go to the underground ruins. This will instantly take me there, but it will cost energy credits. Oh wait, no, or is this one that will do that? No, this will view the mission. Okay, so if I click this, this will just bring the window up that describes the mission. Consider this the journal. This is the L key. And also, at any time, if you need to know what a key is, just go here, hit escape, bring this menu up, and go to options, and go to keybinds. And here it is. Well, here's what it does, and here's the key. And this is the category, targeting, interaction, blah, 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 blah. Also, you asked about auto fire when you're on the ground. Yes, there is an auto fire. You go to controls and make sure the region is not space but ground. There's ground and space. Go to ground. You go all the way to the bottom, and there's an option here that is probably set to disable auto attack. Change it. Now I can't tell you exactly what these do because I've never used them before, but I think this is what this does. Toggle target change cancels. What that means is that when you start to attack something, auto attack is turned off when you're just running around. You get into combat, you're still not auto attacking, but as soon as you fire at an enemy, it will turn auto attack on, so it will automatically keep attacking. But if you change your target, it will turn off auto attack until you attack again. Then it will turn it back on for you. So, and then there's a couple of different options. Like this one is target change cancels, non-combat cancels. So like in this case, I start shooting the guy, pew, 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 pew. The guy dies, and it switches me to a new target. it doesn't automatically attack, because maybe you're not ready to start attacking yet, and if you shoot him, you're going to piss him off and bring all of his friends with him, and then they might come and kick your ass. So this way, it'll switch targets so that you're ready to start firing, but you won't fire until you tell it to, I think. If that's the case, cool. Whereas in this case is once combat ends, it'll turn it off. This one will never turn it off. This one will just keep it on. I'm assuming this one will just keep it on forever. And this one, again, toggle. It doesn't actually, it never cancels it, but it won't start until you actually start it yourself. I'm going to use this one because I think that one sounds better. Buttons. This is for your duty officers. And you haven't gotten duty officers yet because you have to be level, I don't remember what level you have to be, I think level 10. However, this also does research and development. You got to be level 15 for that. And it does admiralty. You got to be level 52 for that, but this is where you'll do all that stuff. And remember, if these buttons are flashing green, that means you have new information. I don't have any flashing green buttons, at least I don't think I do. So yeah, this is the PvE and PvP queues. Basically, this is Dungeon Finder. Okay. Then you got this. This is if you're in a fleet. This is basically your guild window. Okay. That's what your fleet's currently working on. This tells you how many fleet credits you have. This is what your levels are at for your different projects, military, engineering, science. We're stuff that we work on when we can, but we're not exactly hardcore about it. This fleet simply exists so that people don't spam us with fleet invites. Okay, and we got all these little tabs up here, Holdens and events, all that stuff. This little button here is other stuff. The Dilithium Exchange. Okay, you can exchange dilithium for Zen, or you can use Zen to buy dilithium. What else can you do on this? You can do stuff like PvP queues. You can visit the bridge of your starship. Check this out. This is what the inside of my starship looks like. I've never actually got inside this ship before, so I don't know what it looks like. But that's how you do it. That little arrow key in the corner up there by the mini-map. Visit your starship bridge. We're just waiting for it to load me into my bridge is what we're doing here. In the meantime, we're going to have a sip of Pepsi. Basically, I've told you what you need to know. Escape, options, keybinds, and it'll tell you what the different keys are set to. So if you need to know how to open a window, then it'll tell you. Like hit the I key for inventory, hit the O key for your social list. That's like friends list, ignored, that sort of thing. Here we go. Behold, this is the inside of my ship. This is my character. Actually, this works out pretty well because now I can show you the ground interface. Okay, you got your hotbar again. You have these two things right here. These are your equipped weapons. Notice how bridge officers only get one weapon, but you get two. You have your weapon and a backup weapon. In my case, that's a rifle and a melee weapon, a Vulcan Lurpa, also known as a shovel. You switch between them with Z. Currently, I've got my rifle equipped. Now I've got my Vulcan shovel equipped. Rifle, shovel. Rifle, shovel. Rifle, shovel. H unholsters a weapon. Basically, you draw your weapon with H, you put it away with H. See? Now these are my attack buttons. Hit the P key for your skills that you can drag to the tray. You have to unlock the tray first. I always keep my tray locked because sometimes the game will just fill up all the empty slots with whatever the fuck it can find, and I don't like that. So here's all the stuff you got. This also includes your devices that you have equipped. So let me just quickly, devices equipped. I've got a tribble, I've got a hypo thing, I got a shield battery, and I've got an insecticide spray. So I've got them slotted over here. You can also stretch your tray out. You do that with this button here. Do you want one hotbar, two hotbars, or three? I've got 1, 2, 3, so behold 3. And this is the P key. Again, hit P to do this one. Down here is stuff like bridge invitations, leave the ship interior. I'm just standing here on the bridge of my ship. Again, this is the inside of my ship. This is what it looks like. So if you want to work for me on my ship, well, it's cold. Look, I got little abilities. See, there's a little bridge officer just hanging out doing this thing. And Here's me being all badass. Hua! 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 And you can do like combinations. That was 1, 2, 1. So I swing from left, right, left. You can also do 1, 2, 2. See? 2, 1, 2. Waha! And you can do 3, which is the melee attack. I mean, they're all melee attacks, but this is the close-in attack. You can also do that with a regular weapon. Oh yeah, double tap in a direction and you'll do a dodge roll, which can get you out of... It decreases damage you take from like AoE attacks and stuff like that. Now, you can also... Notice how the icons change. This is the standard attack, beam setting. Pew! 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 And this is the special setting, high density beam. This is in... is this an exploit or an expose? Ah, okay, yeah, this is an expose attack. If an enemy is exposed, they'll have an icon flashing around them, and this little icon will be flashing to let me know that if I shoot them with it, they'll take extra damage. See? Exposed targets take 220% damage, so you take a lot of damage from it. They don't have to be exposed for you to use it, but you'll do more damage to them if they are exposed. Otherwise, I can just fire this one. Pew, pew, pew. And it takes like a second to refresh. Does it say how long it takes to refresh? I don't see it. No, I don't see it, but it takes a second to refresh. And then there's this one. And then there's the melee attack. Rifle butt. And remember, if I like I've got him targeted right now. Let's pretend he's a bad guy. This does nothing. Why? Because I'm over here. But if I were up here, that would knock him over. It knocks them down for a second, and then you do more damage when they're down, of course. And they'll get back up, and then you can't knock them. They get knockdown immunity for a little bit after that. I think it's like 30 seconds, something like that. Let's see. When in doubt, just mouse over it, and they'll tell you. Ignored 7.5% of your target's shields. Has a 10% chance to expose a target for 10 seconds. And it does physical damage, which 80% shield penetration. So yeah, only 20% of the shields will affect that. And then there's other abilities. You get skills as you level up for being a science officer as opposed to an engineering officer. I mean, they get skills too, but you'll get science skills for leveling up because I'm a science officer. And then you have skills that you get from your kit modules that are equipped. The kit has to be the same type of kit that your character class is. See, I'm science. I'm a Romulan Republic Fleet Science Officer, so I have to have a science kit. Then it has 5 slots for modules, and the modules have to be the same type as the kit. You can't put tactical modules on a science kit, but you can put science modules on a science kit, and you can put different modules in there. And mind you, they have to be equal to or less than your current their mark needs to be equal to or less than your current level. Like Mark 12 is where I'm at on my level, so I can get Mark 12 or lower. You put them in here and it will unlock abilities. You can drag them down here and you can swap them out as you go. So for example, one of my abilities is this one, which is my no, that's my biofilter switch. That's a buff, but I'll use it. Okay, check this out. If we were in combat, he'd get a little damage resistance buff. And if I were standing around all of my bridge officers at the same time, see now it takes 30 seconds to refresh, blah blah blah. And I got different abilities. And this ability everyone comes with. This is the revive ability. If this guy got knocked out of combat and he's lying on the ground unconscious, target him, walk up, click this, and it'll revive him. And then I can do this. Check this out. How the hell? Where's the? Oh, whoops. Behold the power of insecticide spray. We got a mosquito infestation, so I'm taking care of them. And then I've got my triple. See, it's that group buff. It's nice. And you can do stuff on the bridge, like access the library files. Yay! And it'll tell you what can I use this console for, and it'll tell you what that's all about, and stuff like that. Okay, so again, mini map. Instance. Yay. This will beam us up. Beam to ship. Not available because I'm on the ship. If I were on a ground mission, let's say I was doing a ground mission and something happened, like there's a piece of the train and I got stuck in it and I can't move. I'm stuck. I'm hosed. Well, you could just beam back up to the ship and it will reset the mission partially, depending on how long you leave it for. You can then come back down to that portion of the mission and continue where you left off. You can also hail Starfleet if you're done with a mission. You finish, you kill the boss, mission's done, you can hail Starfleet and be like, hey. And then it'll bring up this menu. Episodes, the Foundry, these are player-made missions, these are regular missions. This is the Phoenix Prize Pack, which, oh, it's going on now. Special Phoenix Prize Packs are available with limited time rewards. You may claim one of these boxes per day, per account, and purchase additional boxes from the Dilithium store. Okay. Oh, and there's a calendar. Okay, so that's how you get the calendars. Hail Starfleet. Ooh, I can't. Is that flashing? I can't quite tell. Let's close this. Okay, actually, this is your hit the L key. Oops, that's K. Hit the L key, and this, here we go. Available missions. Separated by who's offering the mission. Foundry missions. These are the player missions. Spotlight missions or all missions. These are player-made missions. You can do them for stuff. It's kind of like Dungeon Maker. Unlike the EverQuest Dungeon Maker, this one still does stuff. Missions that you currently have, currently working on, what level they are, what the name is. See, this is Vice Admiral level 50, the power source. Here's the description of it. Make it your primary. Accolades, this is basically your achievement list. They got accolades for all sorts of stuff. The ones with the marks next to them, I have. Planet Killer Killer. I have, let's see, let's click it. I have destroyed 200 Undine ships. So I unlocked that, which is worth 50 points, which is useless. But hey, they got stuff for like exploration. They got stuff for doing damage, taking damage, healing damage, getting killed, getting destroyed in space, stuff like that. Logs. Admiralty hero ship. Captain's log. Communication. Okay, I have no idea what the difference is with those, but available, all that great stuff. But if you want to see like episode arcs, you just click this. Episodes. Here are all the arcs. Here's the featured one. Click that. See, currently we're doing home, but you need to be level 10. I thought you had to be level 60 to do this one. Pretty sure that you had to be level 60 to do this one. Or 50 at least. Because I don't have this one available on my lower character. And he's level 11. So that's not, I don't know why it says that. But anyhow, these are the different timelines. These are like signature quest lines. They unlock as you complete them and level up. For example, the Breen one, if you want to get that, here's the Breen one. If you complete these missions, and here's the option to replay them, you can get the stuff that will give your ship that the Breen equipment that will give your ship the cold effect on the warp trails, stuff like that. Okay, now is this flashing? I can't tell. Yeah, it looks darker than the others, so okay, let's go to duty officers. Admiralty. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's flashing because this one's done now. No, wait, no, it's not done. It's almost done. No, it's not almost done at all. Okay, it's not flashing. My eye's just freaking out on me. So, okay, ignore me. This will flash when one of those missions I did was done, but until it does. Same with your email. Your email will flash when someone sends you an email. There's a help button if you need to look stuff up. This is the cash store right here. Buying stuff for Zen or Zenny or whatever it's called. Zen. Okay, yeah, Zen. Buy Zen. This button will take you to the website to buy more. This is basically 4 cents worth. 100 Zen for $1. I've got 4 Zen, so that's basically 4 pennies. And here's the stuff you can buy: services, items, duty officers, all sorts of stuff like that. Again, this is the cash stuff. This is the dilithium store. You can buy stuff for dilithium. Inventory, hit the I key. Inventory has 3 tabs: inventory, research and development. This is crafting materials right here. Assets is like your money. Energy credits is your basic money. Reputation marks are used for the reputation stuff. That's over here, reputations. These are all the different reputations. You use the marks to increase your level, and you will unlock more rewards that you can then buy from the reputation stores. There we go. See, this is the what reputation is this? This is the Nukara Strike Force. So if I click store, store refers to the Nukara Strike Force. These are the things that I can currently buy from the Nukara Strike Force, and they cost me dilithium. Refined dilithium. I want to point that out because you get dilithium ore, but you have to refine it to make it spendable. Okay? It's kind of like, this is your paycheck, this is how much of it you've deposited in the bank. Alright? And you can only deposit so much per day, which, like for me, I've refined 8,000 today, and I can't do any more. But there's also a exchange where you can sell refined dilithium for Zen. If you want to buy Zen, it looks like 251 is the cheapest. 251 dilithium for 1 Zen. So that's 1 cent. So I mean, I've got how much? 44,000. So I could buy a few Zen here and there. I could either spend dilithium to buy Zen, or I could sell dilithium for someone else to buy. Here's my personal balance. I have 44,000. I've got 4 Zen. Exchange balance. I've got 0 that, and I've got 0 Zen. So again, that's the exchange. Here's the dilithium store, which has got, special stuff. See? But that's more advanced. You don't need to worry about right now. You also got gold pressed platinum, which is, you buy that for. That's kind of like fluff money. You buy it for fluff items that you can use. That there's like a subspace party amplifier, which will put a disco ball up above you, and then everyone who comes around you, okay, see this little circle here on the floor? So everyone in that circle would start dancing automatically, centered around you. And then there's like a subspace party nullifier, which will cancel that effect. Etc. You can buy stupid shit like that. And then there's salvage, which is used for upgrading items, which I haven't done yet, so I cannot explain it. And then there's inventory. I've got a lot of inventory because I am an original account holder. So a lot of that stuff carried over when they went free to play, because I had already unlocked a lot of these slots. This is Lobi. It's a special type of currency that you use in certain areas. Yeah. Okay. U brings up your character status. So, okay, this is your character. This is your currently equipped ship. This is your currently equipped small ship, like your shuttle or your fighter, whatever. See, my little shuttle, my ship. And these are your bridge officers. And these are the available slots. Alright, so these are the slots that I've got from here all the way down to here, but these 4 don't have any bridge officers in them. So I've got 4 free slots right now. You can buy more slots, but you have to buy them with the store. Okay. Then you got your skill. Okay, let's go back up to you, or in this case me. Skills. Okay, you got your space skills. This will affect your space combat. Ground skills. This will affect you when you're down on a mission on the ground, shooting shit. Specialization. Don't worry about that. That's more advanced. Space. Okay, you notice how it's set into engineering, science, and tactical. Okay. You do not have to put points into the same tree as your class. Like, I am a science character. Notice how many science points I have spent. None. 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 I have not spent a single science point in this tree. I have put all of my skills into tactical. I almost got all the tactical skills for the first level, which is lieutenant. I have 2 in engineering and 5 in tactical. And then down here I have 1 in science, 3 in engineering, and all 6 in tactical. But again, I am a science officer. So you don't have to put the points into the same specialization as your class. These are just types of buffs. Like engineering type buffs affect like how much hull you have, how much you can heal the hull for, how much power you get from your power settings. Science is stuff like sensors, long-range targeting, and shields. Tactical is like, weapon damage, chance to hit, critical chance, critical damage, stuff like that. And this bottom part, I need to talk about this for a second. Okay, so down the bottom it says space points 0. I've spent all my space points. There are a total of 46 points that you can get in space when you get up to the high levels. I've spent 10 in engineering, 10 in science, and 26. So 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 26 tactical is 46. So I've spent all the points I can. But what you need to know about this down here. Okay. Tactical, science, engineering. See how they're kind of filled up? Okay, on this far side over here, you have the ultimate ability. That's this little circle. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this little circle is the ultimate ability that you unlock for tactical. It's called Focused Frenzy. Does it give me more information than that? It doesn't. Well, it tells me what it does, but it doesn't tell me the thing. You have to actually unlock this. But you can unlock 1 because there are only 46 skill points that you can get. You need to spend 24 in one discipline to unlock it. So for example, I have spent 26 in this, so I have 24 to unlock the ability, and then 25 and 26, which unlocks 2 more powers. These are enhancers. See, I can select them. If I spend a total of 27 points, I can get all 3 of them, but I only have 2 that I can get. If I had 1 more point available, then I could put it right there, but I don't. All these little things are also choices that you can make. So as you get to the more points you spend in this tree, the more this bar will fill up. And when you get the bar filled to here, you have this option here. You can make a selection. This is a passive bonus. Again, you have another choice. Passive bonus, another choice. Passive bonus, another choice. And then there's your ultimate unlock. So that's what the differences are for that. Ground, though, you can just select them in this area, this area. The only restriction is if they're connected by a line, like this one, you have to have this one. This one, you have to have that one. So if you get this point and this point, you can then get that point. But if you got this point and that point, you would not have access to this point. This one does not need any of these. This one does not need any of these. You only get 10 points in ground. Again, same thing with this. It fills up, and then as it fills up, you can make a choice. And hold on, I need to tell someone to shut up right now. Jesus Christ. Wow. It's like, just type out in one giant paragraph, please. I don't need to get hit with like 1,000 separate sentences. Anyhow, where was I? Right, skills. Okay, so you got your skills. These are your traits, passive bonuses, ground, space. If you click space, these will change for the space traits that you can select. You only have a certain number of slots, but they unlock as you go. And if they're locked, it'll tell you. But you can swap them out all the time. You can't be in a ground mission to swap them out, but you can, like, I'm on my ship, I can swap them out. Check this out. Like this one. What is this? This is resilient, which is that one. Oh my god, I'm going to scream. There. Oh wait, I can't. Oh wait, traits can only be activated and deactivated while in the social zone. I'm not in the social zone, damn it. So, but yeah, you can swap them out as you want. but only in a social zone. I'm not in a social zone. Starship Traits, you unlock these here. You know, this last one here, that's a Starship Trait. You can unlock those, and then you can slot them. I've only got the one unlocked from a ship, so I've got that one. But it will apply to whatever ship you're in. And there's a locked one. I need that from the Fleet Research Lab. What's this one? Fleet Research Lab. But otherwise, I've got these four. This is from Space Reputation, and this is from a Ground Reputation. And this is your Active Reputation. And this is Other. What the hell is Other? Deprogrammed. Oh, okay. I think this might be something that you get through gameplay. I seem to recall it telling me that I unlocked a trait, but I don't remember. So that was a long time ago. Stations, real quick, like this is for setting your bridge officers on your ship. Remember how I had like bridge officers with skills up here? That's these guys right here. The stations are they're restricted to the well, each ship has different stations for different types of bridge officer. Like this one's a tactical slot, this is a science slot, this is an engineer slot, and these are universal slots. And you'll see that it has a level. You can put a lieutenant tactical officer in this station, and then he gets these. He has 2 abilities of this type. Well, here, let me show you. Okay, this mech is currently slotted in this one, and this is his ensign ability, his ensign level ability. This is his what is that called? Lieutenant. So these are the choices he has as an ensign. He can have tactical team or beam overload 1, and these are his lieutenant choices, one or the other. He doesn't get the next one up or that one; those are locked. Then there's this one. See, this one can do a what level is he? He can do up to commander level. So he's got all these options that are available to him. Lucky for him, or lucky for me, he didn't have any choices for me to make. So yeah, and these are the guys that you take with you on your away team missions. They don't have to be the same. These are the guys that affect your ship. These are your ship skills, and these are your away team teammate skills. See? And these are not restricted. You can bring 4 tactical officers down, 4 science officers down, or any combination of the 3 classes. So there's that. And this is a reputation tab. What you're currently working on. Here's the events, and these are the different reputation that you can work on. Although you have to unlock them, and I'm not sure if it's level based or storyline based, but anyhow, as you unlock them, you can work on them and increase your tier. You start at tier 0, obviously. This means you haven't started working. Tier 1, you've actually started and you've unlocked this level here, so you're now actively working for them. Yay! Dyson Joint. I'm tier 5 on that one. I actually finished that one. I'm in tier 2, working on tier 3. Yay! And that about settles it. To leave your ship interior. Remember, this is how you get to your ship interior. This little guy here. Got notification settings, music player, credits. I don't know how to use the music player. For voice chat, I don't know how to use it. We tried to use it the other day and it didn't work. But yeah. Anyhow, voice chat configuration is down here. We could not get it to work. So yeah. Anyhow, or rather, it said it was working, but I couldn't hear Keith and Keith couldn't hear me. So once again, no idea. No idea. So we got okay. Oh, scanning. This will show you where like interactive stuff is, or also crafting materials that you can harvest. But there are none. That's the V key, or you can click this little thing here. This one. Scan the area. Yay! If there were something to interact, there would be like a little flashlight beam to let you know which direction it was. And as you get closer, the beam gets wider until, like, if it were, let's say it were that thing right there. If I were standing right here, it would do the scan thing, and then it would just kind of like be this wide to let me know that I'm standing right fucking in front of it. Yeah. So anyways, let's get the hell out of here. Leave ship interior. And on your ships, you can actually visit the captain's room, and you can like set up trophies and stuff like that. I haven't really messed around with that all that much because I don't often go into the captain's or onto the bridge, so yeah. So yeah, here we are in space again. Again, this is transwarp. These are the places I can transwarp instantly to. And then it will take time to refresh, but I can instantly travel to the Sol system. New Romulus. This will instantly take me there. Just boom, it's like a warp. It's like using a Wizard's Fire or a Druid Portal. Here, I'll demonstrate actually. Why the fuck not? I don't use this very often, so New Romulus. See? I rip a hole through the space-time continuum and I'm all like, yeah, what's up, New Romulus? New Romulus. Here I am. This is the Romulan Earth space dock, if you will. So yeah, that about sums it up. So like I said, if you have any questions, options, keybinds. There you go. And remember, controls, make sure it says ground, and you can set your auto attack and stuff like that. And of course, you got graphics and there's voice chat, audio. Basic stuff is stuff like invert the camera axes, that sort of thing. Fiddle around with it and see what you can. And again, you can click these little icons and they do stuff. Like these will bring up the details. This will use energy credits to transwarp directly to this mission starting location. So it costs money, but it will take you directly to where the mission starts. And there you have it. That should about cover everything. So hopefully that helps. Hope your back is feeling better. But oh, and apparently your tribble actually bred. So cool. You can actually give that other tribble to a different bridge officer now if you want. And I will catch you later. Peace out.